Hello there. This is Mabel's Tables, and I am coming to you today with a new idea on how to save money making your faux foods. I'm coming to you to show you more than one way to frost a cake. I hope you enjoy this video, and I pray that you give me a thumbs up and hit that little subscribe button, because each time I look at your video, I will be giving you a big thumbs up. Thank you for being here with me, and let us give thanks, honor, and praise unto God, for He is the head of our life. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around and get started on showing you what I am doing. So let's get started with this. What we're doing today, we're going to make frosting out of flour and paint. And yes, you heard me right. We're going to make a frosting for our fake cakes out of flour and paint. And I'm going over these things because the Lord put it on me to come on and do these things, because He wants us to really prosper and to do things to help us better our life. Now, to make this, you're going to need some flour. And I got a cup of flour in here, but I also noticed that sometimes you might have to add a little bit more depending on how big your cake that you're going to frost is. So I've got this that I had in my home, and I'm going to repurpose it again. I pull everything off of it and clean it down, and I had to put a top on it because it didn't have a top. So I'm going to frost this and decorate this as a cake. This is a redo, a trash to treasure, flour and paint frosted cake. And this is one that I've already made. It's not quite dry, so I can't tell you what it's going to look like when it dries, but it's getting there. And but look at that color, how beautiful that color is, and I decorated it already. I did it so for the purpose of this video. You might have to try some things once it dries on your own. So I decided to do yellow. So what I'm going to do, I got some yellow paint from the Dollar Tree. It says yellow, and I'm going to shake that up. Now I have a huge one here, and I have used out of it, and I can't tell you the measurements because I can't see it, but what I'm going to do is pour this in here. I want you to see how much I'm pouring in. And you're going to have to pour in a good bit to try to get your color and stuff right and to make it the way you want to. So I'm going to stir this up. I'm stirring it up. Okay. And I have a lot of flour, so I'm going to have to put some more in here. And I've learned a trick while I was doing this, that I'm going to add water into this paint, and that'll cut back on you having to use so much of your paint. I had to think this through and ask the Lord to help me think this through, because I wanted to be economical as well as good for you making your cakes. So I'm going to put the water in here like this in the paint tube. And you fill it up halfway, just halfway. You put your top back on. Shake it up. And you're going to pour it out. And that makes it yellow too. And you're going to stir all this up. I want to show you the consistency that it needs to be. You know it needs to be the consistency of frosting. So let's put the rest of it in there. This is yellow. And I have a lot. I think I overdid it, but I had a lot. It's better to have a lot than not have enough. So what I did, I got another little bitty one here because I had already used out of that one. That one, it was about a half full. So I got this small one right here, and I'm going to put it in here. It's yellow as well. And I'm going to put it in here. Put half of this one in because it's a brand new one, half of it. And I got this from the Dollar Tree as well. See that yellow? Okay. And I'm going to take a little bit more water and put in the tall one or in any one, whatever you're getting your yellow out of, put more water in it. And I got it half full. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's half. And I'm going to shake it again because we're trying to get all that color out of there. We don't want to put anything in there that's not related to the color. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to take this, pour it in. And see, now the tube is almost pretty. You can use that tube for something else. You know I like to repurpose everything. So I'm just going to keep stirring that up till I get the consistency I want of a nice, good frosting. I'm going to keep stirring that up. So I'm going to say with about a cup, 2 cups of flour, you're going to have to need a whole one of these, whole yellow, and a half. And 3 of water. And so I'm going to say this is, how many ounces is this? Well, it doesn't say how many ounces it is. I don't see it. But I'm going to guess 3 of these is going to be about 6 ounces of water. 6 ounces of water, because this was a 12, and I've gotten half of it. Okay, so I'm going to go away and finish this up, and I'll come back and show you the consistency. Okay, this is the consistency of it. And I did put 2 tablespoons of Aleene's tacky glue or any kind of tacky glue that you have. You can even use the school glue. Put 2 tablespoons of school glue in there as well, or either the tacky glue. I had the tacky glue. Whatever you have on hand, that's what you use. Don't go out and overbuy, because what I'm trying to get this to be made so you won't have to use, or a spackling costs so much now to get a big bucket, and the little ones from Dollar Tree don't last a long time. Okay, it's just small and won't frost a big pretty cake. So I got a lot of yellow made, and I'm going to wipe my hands off. And we're going to get the frosting. We're going to start frosting on the top. And you see, I made me a top. So I'm just going to take some of this flour and paint frosting and put it on the top like that. And I'm just going to go around the top like this. See how I'm doing that? I'm putting it on kind of thick because I want it to be really good. And I know it's going to take a couple of days to dry, but we want this to be beautiful. You don't want to make anything to display in your home or give to someone or sell to someone that's not up to standards. So you see, I got the top already done. And what I'm going to do with the side, I just go from side to side like this with this paint and flour dough. Flour and paint, frosting. This is going to be cheaper for you than buying the spackling. It'll help you out more because you're not spending all your money on spackling, okay? Flour and paint frosting. Now I'm going to go away and finish frosting this cake as to not hold up a lot of time. And you can go through this video and see any section you want. You can stop it, start it, or you can either just go to the part that you want to see and to take down so much time. So I'll be right back as soon as I get this whole thing frosted, and I'll show you how I decorated it. Okay, I got it all on there. And you see how I got it on the top and on the sides as well. On the sides and on the top as well. Now, when you get ready to finish decorating, I decorate this while it is I do. Now, everyone, you can do it the way you want. I had this knife, and I'm going around like this with this knife. And you don't have to worry about any chemicals being on your knife in case somebody pick it back up and use it. The only chemicals on it is that paint. So you're pretty good. So I'm going around it like this. And you see, it's flour and paint. And I got my decorations all ready. I'm going to take this, just a towel, and just go around, right around the edges like this on the bottom to make sure it's good and clean. Just go around the edges like that to get it clean, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I got this yellow ribbon right here, and I got it from a Hobby Lobby. Ooh, this is old because I've almost used it all up, but this is what I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to take this and smooth it out, and I'm going to put a piece right around here while it's wet. I decided to do my decorations on this flour and paint cake while it's wet because that way it will stick and stay because it's already wet. So we want it to stick and stay. And when it dries, it's going to get hard, and anything you put on here will stay. So I'm putting my ribbon right there, and I'm going to cut it here. Be sure to go to just look at what you need to look at to get this formula. Now, the formula is I use 2 cups of flour. I use a whole bottle of the paint from Dollar Tree, 3 bottles of this water. But I want to share with you, too, I had a 10-ounce water. Now, if you use all this paint, you could put about 8 to 10 ounces of water in there to keep from using any more paint, so you can get your color right. So now right here where I got it all going around, I'm going to have to put a little glue. So I'm going to move the blue cake out the way, and I'm going to put a little glue right here to seal these 2 pieces together right there, okay? And it will take glue when it's wet. I can't explain this. I just know it does. And it just looks good regardless. So now I got that around there. So I decided that I had some flowers, and I'm going to take these flowers and I'm going to put one right here. So now I'm going to put a little glue on my flower like this, and my glue is super hot, and I'm just going to stick it right up there. And I don't know why, but it sticks quickly. See how quick that stuck to that? Can't explain it. And I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to put that one right above this one, like that, okay? And I'm going to take one more And I'm going to put it right here next to that one. See how I got that? And we're going to go ahead on, put some glue on another one. Now, you can decorate your cake any way you want to, because this is your cake. This is what your design is. This is my design. You do your design the way you want to do your design. And see, the glue is just rolling off. Make sure you move any strings or whatever. And I got these here, these little baubles right here. And I call them baubles. They're not baubles. And I'm just going to lay them right there. Lay one right there. And I'm going to lay one here. I'm just laying them up on the cake. See? Laying them right in the frosting, the top part. And then I'm going to just lay them all the way around. Just lay them all the way around like that. Just laying them all the way around. Let me get some more. I got some more here. I'm just going to keep laying them all the way around. Now, while I'm laying these around, let me go over the instructions again. 2 cups of flour, depends on how much frosting that you need. You can even make a cup of frosting for a small cake, or you can do a half a cup of flour for a really small cake. And you can also do up as many cups as you want. But you got to remember, you got to add a little water with it to keep from using so much paint. But in all, this cake decorated the way I'm decorating and making the frosting, $1.25 for that. And if you already got flour in your pantry, voila. And water. And that's it, $1.25 and water. And look what you got. You got a frosting that is safe. If your children try to pick off it and eat it, it's not going to kill them. The paint may make them sick. You don't want them to eat it, but in case you do, because, you know, we got some kids that are kind of strange, because I had a house full of strange kids myself. They ate some strange stuff. I didn't know they would survive from it, but they did. And thank God for that. So now we got this all done. Look at that cake made with flour and paint. This is Mabel's Table saying, don't forget to pray for someone else besides yourself, and always know that God is alive and well. Once again, you get flour and paint, 2 cups for a large cake, 1 cup for a medium cake, and a half a cup for a small cake. Water and paint of your choice, and decorations of your choice. Now, when this is done, put it in a cool, dry place so it can dry, and you will have a beautiful cake. Don't forget to add the tacky glue, Mod Podge, or either just Elmer school glue to this so it will stay shiny and look real pretty. Okay, so I just wanted to keep reminding you of the recipe, because sometimes I can't see good enough to put it on the video. That's why I keep repeating myself so much, but I pray to God that that's going to get better too. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Remember that this is God's world, and there's nothing no one can do about God's world but God. Don't let anyone take your joy, your pride of what God has told you to do. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Mabel's Table saying, adieu. God bless you.